Hello beautiful people, it's Bridget. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day, and today's video is going to be makeup that I love, but things I would change about it. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright guys, as always, I'll make this channel cruelty-free, and so is everything we'll be mentioning here today. Also, if the audio is bad, I'm sorry. It's like torrentially downpouring outside, and I can't really do anything about that. So let's go ahead and get started. These are products that I do thoroughly enjoy, but I would tweak. So let's get started with these. I've done this video a long time ago. I'll leave it linked down below, like the old version. But here's my updated one. So first things first is the Naked Cherry palette. I thoroughly enjoy the Naked Cherry palette. The quality is good. The color scheme just needs a little bit of tweaking. It needs something to pop. So either a bright red, like for it being a cherry, or even just a really deep, rich plum shade, or a dark chocolatey brown. They're just all kind of muted. Even this darker shade is still very cool tone. I just want something with a little bit of a punch in here. May it be a cherry red? Would it be like a bright neon pink? Would it be like a deep, dark, chocolatey, rich color? Just something to make this pop. I think even just adjusting maybe 2 shades, maybe taking out like this muted shade right here, maybe taking out this little pink because these come off the exact same color on the eyes. Just something to make it pop just a little bit more. Next up is from Beauty Bakery, and I freaking love Beauty Bakery, and I just placed my order last night for their setting products. I really wanted to try that. And this is the Beauty Bakery liquid lipstick, and I'm not going to pronounce the word. I'll leave it on the screen because I got red last time for saying it incorrectly. I love this lipstick. The color is stunning. It's the most beautiful lipstick color. I love it dearly. However, these liquid lipsticks are so hard to remove. They literally sell a lipstick remover, and I think that's craziness. Like, I love Beauty Bakery. I'm a Beauty Bakery affiliate, but it's so hard to remove these lipsticks. It's great for people who want it to last all day long. It's just really hard to remove without getting a makeup melter. Like, if I'm using my regular makeup, like, wipe, it's not going to take it off. So it's a little bit too difficult to remove, in my opinion, but I still wear it all the time, so I don't know. Is it worth it still? Probably. It's a really cute color. Next up is not a makeup item. It is in fact a skincare item. It's something I love and I use every day now. This is the Pixi Rose Tonic Nourishing Toner. The only thing is the Glow Tonic, which I use more often seems like, has like a little, like a dropper thing. It has like a plastic ring with a little hole in the center so you can get a piece out. But the Rose Tonic Toner, which has cotton in it from my cotton rounds, doesn't have that. It's just an open hole you gotta like dunk into a cotton round or whatever. At least the Glow Tonic has like a dropping point. This one's just a huge hole in there. I don't know why. So next up is the Makiage foundation. I love the foundation. It grew on me and I freaking love it. The only thing is, every time I open it, it's like this, or the spring comes out in here. And then this, oh, the spring comes out, and then I try to unscrew it and the whole thing comes open. Or I can like squeeze and pull it out and I can get to the nozzle. Like, it's just a hassle. Like, this doesn't want to come off properly. The spring comes out and then there's another layer to the cap. So whenever I pull it out, I never get to the actual nozzle itself. Like, it's a bit of a pain to try to figure out because when I pull it up, it takes the whole lid off. Or I can twist and pull up very carefully and I can get to the nozzle. Like, the cap is screwed up. I don't like that at all. But the foundation itself is very pretty, but this weird cap thing needs to stop. Like, please fix this. It's an expensive foundation. Alright, so next up is a blush, and this is the Laura Geller Tropic Hues blush. This is their Baked and Brightened blushes. Look how thick this is. It's ridiculously thick. Even if you just look inside of there, like, there's a lot between where the blush ends and where the cap comes up. It's just really thick for no reason. It takes up a lot more room than it should, just for this little blush. Like, I like the fact that there's a mirror with it and all that, but like, it's a really thick container for this blush, and I really wish it was just thinner and more compact so I could store it with the rest of my blushes and not take up half my little unit. Next up is one I couldn't remember if I mentioned in the last video, and this is the Tarte Pro Glow palette. This is the Tarte's Pro Glow. I think this itself speaks for itself right here. This is what it looks like. This is obviously the shade I've used the most by a million times, but all these are powders. They're glitter highlights, and then you have a powder contour, and then you have a cream contour, and like the powder from the highlights or the contour gets into this, so it makes it all messy and covered in powder for a cream. Like, a cream should not be mixed in with 5 powders on top of it. So that's my complaint with this one. Okay, so just one nitpicky thing is the Gingerbread Spice palette by Too Faced. Everything about this is perfect except that one shade. If that one shade wasn't like that, this would be like my go-to palette. This glitter shade right here is just so chunky. It's called Frostbite Me. It's beautiful. It's just chunky, gritty, falls all over your face, and it's just a mess. And I could never recommend that shade in the palette, but the rest of the palette is just so good that like that one thing would make it perfect. Next up is the Blush Tribe Mini Quad palette. I believe this was limited edition, but I love this one. It's just the Just Blended eyeshadow quad. These are so cute. However, something about this plastic, whenever you get a little bit of shadow on it, it kind of wants to stick and stay, and it's kind of hard to get it off. So I'm thinking about depotting this little thing just because it gets so messy whenever you use it, but eventually you can get the shadow off. It just really wants to stick to this type of plastic. But I absolutely love the quality of this. I just ordered a Blush Tribe palette the other day, and I can't wait for it to get here. So yeah, I'm very excited. Also, there is one other critique about this. I wish I could track my package. If you live in the UK where it's based, you can track your package. But since I live in the US and I'm shipping it over, you can't get a tracking number for it. So that kind of sucks. But, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Alright, so next up is the Cheers to Beauty palette by Colored Rain. Everything about the quality of these shadows and that highlighter in this palette are amazing. I love it. But it's enormous. It's enormous. Like, let's put it up to the Too Faced palette so you can see the size comparison. Look how big that is! This is already like a normal standard size palette. It's so big. Like, it's so big. And, like, I feel like they're wasting a lot of space in here. Like, yes, you're getting the highlighter, everything looks like it fills the space just fine. But maybe if these were like a square pan with not the big space for names underneath, or the highlighter was just like a square and kind of moved over, like, I feel like there's a lot of wasted space. It's just enormously big. It's just a huge palette. It's a little bit of a hassle to store because it's so big. Alright, so next up is Ofra's highlighters. My absolute favorite highlighters on the market. I'm wearing one today. Most days I'll probably be wearing these from now on because I just fell in love. This is the one I ordered for Black Friday. It's glazed donut because these were like half off and I bought one. The packaging is what I have a complaint about. It's gorgeous packaging. It looks so sleek. It's so much better than their old packaging by like 10 miles. It's just very bulky. Like, I have like 5 of these. So stacked together, these take up a lot of space. For this amount of highlight. I could, of course, depot this and put it into a Z palette, but you couldn't fit a ton of them in there, so I'd rather just, this packaging just not be as thick. Like, I don't mind the thickness of the top right here, but this is really thick for just a highlighter pan, so it adds up when you have a ton of these. They get really bulky. Another Ofra thing that I want to talk about today, even though I love Ofra dearly, is the Glow Up palette. It's a great palette. It feels nice and luxurious. It's got some weight to it, and you have 4 shades in here. Well, technically you have more than 4 shades. You have 4 things in here, and you get 1 wheel. So, my complaint is they're not all the same size. And not only they're not only the same size, like, if you want to have the wheel bigger, that makes complete sense. They don't... It's such an unsatisfying layout to me. Like, maybe put the circle in the middle and put all 3 of the regular small ones right here. Like, some other layout would have worked. This just looks like they're crammed together. And the shadows, I mean, the highlighters are absolutely amazing. Like, they're perfect quality. This just looks like they smacked random things together. And I don't like that about it. So I could depot it and put it in a Z palette like the other thing I said. But it's a nice, cute packaging. Why would I want to get rid of that? And lastly, we are talking about the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Alien Palettes. Quality. Watch my review of it. I did 2 reviews of this. It's just the shape and the bulky eyes. Like, if you want a weird alien shape, that's going to be hard to store. It's more of a display piece. If you want to store it with the rest of your palette collection, it takes up a ton of room. Because, again, it's enormous. But other than that, though, the 3D eyes is what gets me. Like, I know the 3D eyes is, like, a cool aspect, like, different packaging. But I can't even walking in here, I stacked all my makeup together so I could, like, bring it into this room. And I can't put things on top of this palette because it just does this. And it doesn't feel secure, like it just wants to slide off of that. Like, this is not... You can't store things on top of it, it's weird. So I wish the eyes were flat or the shape was just a regular rectangle palette. I'm sorry. But the quality of the palette, I mean, we already know. And it's a really pretty color scheme. The palette it's good. Sorry to spoil my own review. I just don't like the 3D eyes or the shape. I don't know. I mean, the shape I kind of get over. It's the eyes. Like, I have to put this on top of whatever pile of palettes I have. And it's irritating to me, so, ugh. Sorry. I'm sorry. I know everybody gets offended when I talk about Jeffree Star products in a bad way. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know something you would change about something you love in the comment section down below. For me, I mean, a lot of this stuff is kind of nitpicky stuff. I still love all of these products in this video, but there's just certain things I would change, but I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Prove it every single freaking day, even though I did take Black Friday off, but anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye. I'll see you guys. Special shout out goes to Eliza, aka Snow Princess, and Maya. Thank you guys so much for the coffee. I really appreciate it.